Now from SRV Studios, Mr. Craig Thatcher.
Tell me just how you feel. Won't you talk to me, baby? Tell me just how you feel. I gotta know right now if your love is real. If I knew it'd make you happy, I'd buy you a diamond ring. If I knew it'd make you happy, you a diamond ring, just to have your sweet love do most anything. Need your loving in the morning, in the night time too. Need your loving in the morning, in the night time too. Yeah, and all day long, just be dreaming about you. Baby, make you feel the same. What will it take, baby, make you feel the same? When you tell me that you love me, sometimes I think you play. Talk to me, baby, tell me just how you feel. Won't you talk to me, baby? Tell me just how you feel. I gotta know right now if your love is real.
Good evening, folks. Welcome back to the Schuylkill River Valley and
Sidetrack Sunday. This is STS number 1 for, what is this, June 2022. It's great to see everybody tonight. Hope everybody's doing well. I don't have the schedule running because, like I said last month, it's still pretty far out of date. And I plan on working on it this weekend, actually, but we had a beautiful, absolutely beautiful spring weekend. It was sunny. It wasn't too hot. So I spent some time outside and didn't get to it. So let me see who all we have here. I know, excuse me, Lynn McCurdy was in. He was the first one in. In fact, Lynn's been here several times. It's good to see you, Lynn. And let's see, we have Cameron from Caboose 121. Claude from the Cowboy Valley and Timberline Junction is here. So is Derailed Darrell. I love that name, Darrell. That's perfect. Dustin's N-Scale Railroad. Good to see you, Dustin. Dwight Curley's here. Amanda from Grit and Grace Health and Wellness is here to keep an eye on Jason. There's Edward from Happy Valley Hobbies. Heath from Humanity Junction's here. Let's see, who else? James Galton, good to see you. Jeff, the Railroad Enthusiast. I appreciate you being here. There's Joe Rader, Black Rock Central Railroad. The thing just jumped on me. There's Kyle Stevens. Let's see, it jumped on me because Anthony from the Georgia Sunbelt just popped in. Good to see you, Anthony. Ian from the Lehigh River Subdivision is here. Manny Fernandez, appreciate you being here, Manny. It's great to see you. And there's Mr. Jimbo Trains. We haven't seen Mr. Jimbo for a while. It's great to see you. Let's see, who else do we have? We have Norman Rowe. Good to see you, Norman. Randall Ellison. There's Ron Moen. Good to see you, Ron. And Roy Eltham's here. Another one we haven't seen for a while. It's great to see you, Roy. Hope all is well with you. Santa Fe Bob is here. Let's see. Ray Boble just popped in. Good to see you, Ray. Sparky 107's here. So is Steve 87th PSAP. Jason the Train Freak's here. Thing keeps moving on me. And so is Stephen Wigwag Workshop. Let's see, it's been jumping on me, so I think a few people dropped in. Tim from CP368 Productions, good to see you, Tim. And Al Mar's here. And at least that's everybody showing up on the list. I hope I got everybody. If I missed you, stick your hand up, and I'll be happy to say hi. Oh, there's Steve Childers. Yep, Steve's here. I think I missed him earlier. Dustin's N-Scale Railroad. I think I said hello to you, Dustin. And, yep, let's see, Rick Bailey's here. So I guess that makes the full STS crew. And Mike, the rail artist, is here. Good to see you, Mike. And so is Ethan Armitage. Good to see you, Ethan. Appreciate you stopping by. Dave from Carolina Foothill Railroads is here. I think I missed him earlier. Kyle Stevens. I'm not sure if I said hello to Kyle or not. If I didn't, hi, Kyle. Steve Child. It's okay. I'm chopped liver. Well, hey, at least I got to you before the end of the show, Steve. Let's see. Ethan Armitage, it's great to see you. Let's see. I think we got everybody here. That's Georgia Sunbelt. I said hello to Anthony. Let's see here. All right, I think we got everybody. So before I forget to, there's JD. Great to see you, John. Appreciate you being here, man. Let's see. Before I forget, we have a slight shuffling of the STS schedule for this month. Next week, good, Kyle. Glad it wasn't wasted on you, man. slight shuffling of the STS schedule for this month. Next week will be Heath as usual, but the third Sunday, which is usually Jason, this month is Father's Day, and he's not able to make it. So Ray's going to be filling in for Jason on June 19th, and I haven't heard whether Ray's going to end up doing 2 weeks in a row, or whether him and Jason are switching, or what's happening. But those guys have a couple weeks to figure that out. So I'm sure you guys will find us, whoever's on. So by now, I'm sure everybody's heard about the great 500 sub race. Kind of started. It was unplanned. Ray was getting close to 500, and he happened to mention that in one of his. Jason just said that he will be out the third and fourth Sunday. So I guess Ray is either doing 2 weeks in a row, or we'll have to figure out something for the fourth Sunday. But like I said, I'm sure we'll figure it out, and I'm sure you folks will find us. So anyhow, Ray had posted in one of his videos, and one of his Friday videos. There was a race, yes, and I think it's still going on, Ray. And like I said, this wasn't planned. Ray just happened to mention that he was getting close to yep, yeah, the flag is out. Ethan, I'm sorry, I don't use StreamYards, and I'm not set up for a guest. I have to set that up ahead of time. So I'm real sorry, Ethan, but I won't be able to invite you up tonight. Yeah, race like NASCAR, only left turns because we can't turn right. You got it, Jason. So anyhow, Rick had mentioned Ray had mentioned that he was approaching 500 subs and doing a little shameless self-promotion. There's nothing wrong with that. And then, kind of out of the blue, Rick jumped on and turned it into a race. Trying to see who could make it to 500 subs first. And Rick had sweetened the pot a good bit. Yes, Ray is technically winning at this point. So then from there, excuse me, from there, Jason jumped on, and he was promoting both Ray and Rick's channel. So, but he also threw himself into the mix as, oh, look at this. They are now tied at 510. So Jason was, at the last I heard, was 1194. And he just sweetened the pot a bit by saying if he made it to 1200 before these two guys, then he was going to be sweetening the pot with some decoder installs. All right, Edward, if you would drop me an email, and I'll make sure I include that. I really am going to update that pretty soon here. So, yeah, drop me an email, and I'll make sure that we include that. And Jason said he is now at 1196. So he's getting real close. Anyhow, there's also been a bunch of guys who have jumped on and posted videos supporting these guys. I think the first one was Sparky 107. Okay, oops, I had that backwards. If Ray and Rick got to 500 before Jason got to 1200, he was sweetening the pot. So I guess the pot's been sweetened. So Sparky did. Okay. All right, Sparky. If you would let me know, and I'll make sure I put you back on the list. Dwayne's Fork and Spoon. Good to see you, Dwayne. Appreciate you stopping in. I guess with all these last minute changes, I'm glad I hadn't updated the schedule yet. So like I said, Sparky jumped on and posted a video trying to Cowboy Valley Claude says if he subs 4 times, he can get a decoder installed. I think you're going to have to clear that one with Jason, Claude. So after Sparky jumped on, so did Vinny from BNS 6951. And let's see, we have a few others. Oh, Artie also got in the mix. Artie's trying to get to 200 subs. That's Artie from America Model Railroad, our Australian buddy. Let's see who else. Tom Grassy. Yes, Mike, you are still at random. Tom Gracie also posted a video supporting Ray and Rick. And at the time, anyhow, if I remember correctly, Tom was at 67 subs, and he was hoping to get to 100. So if you guys haven't seen Tom's channel, go ahead over and check out what Tom's doing. But we also had Anthony Dodge. He took time out from his vacation over in, I think he said he was in Wales. I could be wrong. Someplace in the UK. And him and Joyce took time to post a video supporting these guys, and so did Brian Page. Brian hasn't been around all that much lately, but he did take the time to post a video. So there's You're right, Roy. He even got Brian Page out of hiding. So it's really great to see everybody turning this into more than just a sub contest. It's been thanks, Ray. Ray just posted Tom Grassy's link. So if you haven't seen Tom's channel yet, head on over and check out what Tom's been up to. There's Chuck from CDP 1965. Great to see you, Chuck. Yeah, it's really great to see everybody turning this into more than just the sub contest. It's turned into a lot of fun. I know Ray and Rick have been having a ball with it, and so the rest of the Sidetrack Sunday guys, it's they've been pretty much blowing up our Hangouts chat, but it's been a lot of fun. It's been a little bit of some ups and downs, but as it sits right now, Ray's winning. So Rick had actually made it to 500 first. This time we have to blame Ray, or is it Rick? You know what? I think there's enough blame to go around for both of them, Sparky. Rick had actually made it to 500 first, but the YouTube algorithm took some of his subs away, dropped him back down under 500. And the rules are they have to hold it for a week. So at this point, Ray is winning, even though they're tied. Ray did make it to 500 first without dropping back down. So assuming he holds it till I believe it's next Saturday, then Ray will have won, and they're both Ray and Rick will be giving out some prizes. Ray is giving away a monetary prize for his giveaway. If I remember correctly, it's $50, $30, and $20. And Rick has generously offered to match that. So he might be sorry he did that now, but too bad, Rick. You already said it. Let's see. Ron Mohan stopped in. Great to see you, Ron. I appreciate it. Edward, we can always find a reason to blame Heath. We wouldn't want we wouldn't want to leave Heath, make Heath feel left out here. And Ray has to hold it till next Saturday. So let's make sure these guys don't lose the subs they've gained. They've gained a lot of subs in a short period of time. I think Rick picked up something like 30 subs in one day, and you can imagine his head was pretty big. But then he did drop below 500, so I guess that deflated him a little bit. So let's see. Anybody else drop in? You really don't even have to do anything to get blamed, Heath. I said it. I meant it. I stand by it. And Rita will have to wait a week to get paid. Poor Rita. Steve 87th wants it to be in Bitcoin. All right, so I thought tonight I would get back on. Let's see if you Spark. Yeah, good point, Sparky. If you've just followed channels, make sure to watch Ray's videos. And Norman Rose offering his services, guys. And so is James Ray. So if you're needing some help next week or the 19th, I guess, James is offering his services. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? I think I saw a few people pop in here. I think I got everybody. I hope so. All right, so I think I'll get back on. Let's see, you. Joe wants to know, Rick, if you're still feeding John. Presumably that's John Foltz, and I'm sure he's talking about pizza. So I'm going to get back to work on the... there's Dave P. from DES Media Productions. Great to see you, Dave. I thought I'd get back on the Drawbridge Diorama. Let's see. Before the stream started, you know who I think I missed was Santa Fe Bob. Bob was in here earlier. If I did miss you earlier, Bob, I apologize. Before the stream started, Bob asked me if I did any work between STS shows on the diorama. And for the most part, no, I don't. The diorama started as a project that I was working on when I started getting the train room ready for the layout. Rick's worried about the cobwebs growing over John. I was getting the layout room ready. It had become a very large storage closet. And as I was cleaning it up and getting it ready, so John is going to draw a bridge in the time Heath can open a box. Actually, I'm on part 9 of the Drawbridge already, Lynn, so I hate to admit this, but so far Heath's box openings are beating me. So I started working on this diorama before I started working on the layout, just because I wanted something a little bit more train related to work on rather than just the layout. Aside from that, though, everything that I've done has been done here on Sidetrack Sunday, and that's probably the way it's going to stay. People seem to be enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, and it Saves me having to come up with something new each month for Sidetrack Sunday. So let me put you folks on hold. Let's see. Oops, you're right, Jason. I shouldn't have said that. I take that back, Heath. All right, so I am going to put you folks on hold here for a second while I reorganize the camera and get the drawbridge up here, and we'll get started. Okay, I'm back, and here's where we left off the last time on the diorama. I had, for anybody who wasn't here, I have drilled holes and marked where I plan to put some trees. Did get a little bit of ground cover down. A few over here, you can't, off the screen here. I got some bushes over here. And I put down a little dirt parking lot for the boat ramp that I'm really not happy with. So I'm going to be reworking that a little bit. Let's see, people are saying hello to Thomas from Split Rock, so I guess Thomas is here. Good to see, oh, there he is. Good to see you, Thomas. Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, that's, I can zoom out a little bit further. There we go. That might be a little bit better. Camera focus is going in and out. That was probably from sticking my hand in front of everything. Jason, sorry about that. I think it's not terribly well focused now, is it? Let me adjust it here a bit. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Thank you, Ethan. I appreciate that. Thanks, Sparky. And Ray, thank you, guys. It's looking better on my end, so I'm assuming it's looking better on yours as well. And I'll try to keep my hands out in front of the camera, since that's confusing it. So what I'm going to start with tonight is I'm going to put down some ground cover here. Ground cover over here underneath the trees. Excuse me. And I'm going to be using some ground up leaves. These were leaves from the tree in my front yard that I ground up and dried them off real well, much like John Arthur just did in a recent video, using pretty much the same techniques. That's an interesting idea, Lynn. I don't have enough room in the boat for all of us, but I guess we could have a couple of us water skiing behind the boat. That's actually a pretty good idea. Let's see here. Okay, let's. So let me get my glue here, and we will get started on putting some of these leaves down. I will be might not be able to pay that much attention to chat. I'll try to keep up with it. But if I do miss you, just ask again and I will get to you as soon as I can. I'm just spreading out some dirt, some glue. I'm going to be adding some more grass and other ground covering, but for now I'm just working on the parts right under the trees that are going to be getting the leaves. So these leaves were left out in the sun to dry for quite a while, and I also dried them in the very low temperature in the oven for a while. Ground them up very fine. Let's see. Jason says that Ray would have to be driving the boat because he used to own one. Yeah, that's fine. I've never owned a boat, so Ray's welcome to drive. Let's see. Steve87 says, well, you can plant Rick on the bank and place Ray in the dinghy, and Heath can be launched. That leaves John and Jason in the boat. I don't know if there'd be enough room for Jason's beard in here. So that goes there. Now, let's see. Some more over here. I don't know what the name of Ray's boat was, Heath. I'm staying away from this area right in here because that will ultimately be a walking path with having a few people, maybe a dog or two with them. Edward, for this diorama, this is using toilet paper and Mod Podge, and I've also added some clear acrylic medium on top of that. It's using the same technique that Marklin of Sweden used. It actually worked out pretty good. I'm reasonably happy with the way it came out. Although on my N scale layout and for the HO, an N scale layout, I've already poured that using resin. And the HO layout, I'll be pouring that river as well too. The only real downside I saw to this method with the toilet paper, and you can't really see it right now, and I can't tilt it up because I'd make a mess. But the very edge, looking at it, like looking through the water here, it doesn't look like water. Where the the poured resin does. You can see into it. So this you can't really. So if I was going to use this on a layout, I would use it someplace where it doesn't, where the water doesn't come up to the edge of the layout, so you wouldn't be able to see it, see the edge. And for that, it would work out fine. So, oh, there's Chasco. Good to see you, Chasco. Appreciate you stopping by. If I missed anybody else while I was working, I apologize. So that was just, oops. That was just straight white glue that I put that the leaf material down with. Now I'm just adding a little alcohol and some thinned down white glue, just to make sure it stays where I put it. Actually, I'm not spraying. Sparky, you're right. I did need to do this first. But I'm not going to spray this because this fine leaf material would just end up all over the place. So I prefer the condiment bottle method. Let's see. Now I will be coming back in here and adding in some other ground cover, but right under the trees should mostly be dried up leaves anyhow, so that's what I started with. Oh boy, let's see. Yes, Edward, you definitely could just bring the fascia up to the level of the water. I personally prefer to keep the fascia below the level of the water just because I like to see into the water. But yeah, that would solve the problem, and you could get away with doing it all in toilet paper, and it comes out really, really nice. It's a little dirty right now. I got some leaves all over it, but it looks good. So I'm pleased with it. Okay, let's see. Now the next step is last week I also installed these wild raspberry bushes. We had some wild raspberry bushes out behind my house, so I decided I was going to, not my house now, unfortunately, my house as a kid, but so I decided I wanted to include some. So these were made from, let's see, how did marketing, the show that I saw, Jason, it was more of a seaside scene. So coming up to the shore, he didn't have the edge because the water, thinned out as it approached the shore. And I believe that on the seaside of the water, there was the fascia came up to the edge of the water, I believe. Let's see. These were made out of what's it called? Furnace filter material that I sprayed with glue and added just a little bit of that. Good night, Dwayne. Have a good one. I appreciate you stopping in, man. And I added some green foliage, just some ground foam, very fine ground foam. And when I originally made these, I painted in some raspberries. But I know you guys can't see it because even in person, they just faded. So I'm going to try it again. So what I'm using here, so this is just acrylic paint. This is primary magenta. This is what I used the last time, but the problem is it's a little too transparent. So it doesn't, it just kind of faded into the, oh, there's Rusty from Possum Bayou. Good to see you, Rusty. So as it dried, it just kind of faded into the green foliage there. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking the same color, but I'm mixing in a little bit of white. Mixing in the white will make it much more opaque. White paint is typically very opaque. So I'm just going to mix that up. I'm going to have to add in some more of the magenta because that's too pink at the moment. But I'm hoping that this adding the white in it will make it opaque enough that the raspberries show up. We are talking about raspberries in HO scale, so they're going to be pretty tiny. Good night, Claude. I appreciate you stopping in, man. So let's put that over there. Get a clean brush here. So now what I'm going to do with this, I'm using a relatively stiff brush, a glue brush actually, and I'm going to make a complete mess is what I'm going to do, get paint all over myself. And I actually think I'm going to be able to do it a little bit cleaner. Yeah, this is going to work out. Let me get my light over here a little bit better so I can see what I'm doing. So no, I didn't decide to actually model raspberries. Flick them bristles. Yeah, that's what, that was the plan, Norman. When I did this the first time, that's how I did it. But I used an old toothbrush, and I can't find the old toothbrush. I did, for a brief second, consider using my current toothbrush, but I didn't want purple teeth. Yeah, right. I always get more paint on myself than I get on anything else. Let's see. Time for a new YouTube shirt. What's wrong with my YouTube shirt, Edward? I didn't get any paint on that. At least not yet. I usually use a much older shirt when I do this. But I figure if we're going to be brave enough to do this live, I may as well do it in my YouTube shirt. Jason, I agree. I have clothes just for painting too, and they are definitely multicolored. But all right, I don't know how. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's showing up for you folks. Oh, interesting, Norman. I hadn't thought of that, or nor have I ever seen anybody else do it. That's a real good idea. John Nuffle, good to see you. Appreciate you stopping in. And there's Brian from the Iron Horse Route DNRGW. No problem, man. You're not late. We're still going. I certainly appreciate you coming by. Oh, okay. Okay, Edward. Nope, not at least not yet. I'd be kind of unhappy if I did. And there's Boxcar Jerry. Good to see you, Jerry. Appreciate you stopping by, man. All right, so that's done for tonight. Oh, Lynn, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Now I'm going to let's see here. Let me change the camera angle a bit. Actually, let me turn the diorama around. Gus Hadley, good to see you, Gus. Appreciate you stopping in, man. All right, now let's see here. Okay, so now I'm gonna work on this area here, and this is the control room for the bridge. Sits on top of here. I made a concrete pad that sits on here, and then the control panel sits on top of there. And there's Artie from Awesome America Model Railroad, and no, it's not finished yet. We've got a whole bunch more parts before I get this thing finished. So that's where the control booth will sit, and there'll be stairs leading down to a parking lot here for the guys. And we're out of focus again. I think that's probably. Let me see if changing the lighting helps. Fred Wild, good to see you, Fred. Appreciate you being here. Anyhow, this is just underneath here is just a piece of pink foam. Actually, I think it was blue foam, and it was covered with ballast. The retaining wall is just some strips of basswood that I cut to approximately tie dimensions and stained them an appropriate color. And it's being held back by chunks of rail that have been driven into the ground and rusted. So this is, as this diorama sits, the road would come off here, and this is the parking lot for the guys working in the control booth. So at this point, all I have on there is just the ballast, and it's way too clean. So let me Find my alcohol here. Oh, today's Artie's birthday? Well, happy birthday, Artie. That sounds like a hint, Jason. Sounds like Jason wants me to actually, Edward, I think some of those raspberries are rather large, but some of them might be pretty close. So anyhow, I'm just going to darken this down a bit, dirty it up some, and I'm just going to be using. I have some probably 91%. Yep, 91% alcohol in here. And just going to use a little bit of India ink. Like 1 drop probably. And then I will oh, Rick's R&L Railroad. Good to see you, Rick. Appreciate you stopping by. So now, where did my brush go? There it is. I was wondering who was going to say that, Fred. Well, you asked for it, so everybody can blame Fred for this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Artie. Happy birthday to you. And Mark Saunders, good to see you. Appreciate you stopping in. And I hope that didn't chase everybody. So now let's just let's see. Yeah, I guess 1 drop isn't going to be enough. The last time we sang "Happy Birthday" on live on the air, it was for Wilmer for his birthday, and there was me and Brian from the Iron Horse route. Thanks, Jerry. And Mark from M&M Rails, and not sure who, maybe it was Vinny. I'm not sure who else it was. But what? Thanks, Steve. Anyhow, afterwards, Wilmer thanked us but told us not to sing live again. That's right, Fred. It's all your fault, man. And Ray said the record label was dropping me. That's all right. When I was in Lynn votes for me to be the official singer of STS. When I was in grade school, of course, we always had to sing. It was a Catholic school, so we were supposed to sing at church and things like that. And James Calton's screen just broke. Yes, Heath, this one was not your fault. This is all Fred Wild's fault. But the nuns always told me to just stand in the back and hum. So, all right, that looks pretty good for now. And while I'm at it, I think I'm gonna dirty up the ballast a little bit, since that looks way too clean. Russ, at least I got home, right? Thank you. Yeah. They didn't tell me to just stand there and smile, so I guess it could have been worse. The STS World Tour has now been canceled. Thanks, Randall. Not sure if I said hello to you earlier. If I did, I apologize. Artie says if he'd sing, there would be a thunderstorm. I got to show this one. I like my bowels like I like my women. I'm dirty, right? I assume that's what you meant, right? Just a little dirty. Okay, gotcha. You're right, James. We blame Heath. He gets 10 more subs. So don't complain, Heath. Not sure about the runny, Steve. All right, so that's actually looking pretty good. I'm happy with that. It's a lot darker than it was. 1 second, let me see who this is. Sorry about that, folks. That was my one of my grandsons. I guess he was gonna stop by and check on the old guy. Ethan Armitage. Well, this is just a diorama, so this will just never have more than one train, and they won't actually run. But I do have, for my HO layout, I have 18 locos and about, I don't know, 70 or 80 pieces of rolling stock. It's not a big fleet. In fact, it's kind of a small fleet. For the N-scale layout, I have 2 locos, and I just spilled India ink all over my desk. I have 2 locos and probably 8 or 9 pieces of rolling stock. Let's not spell this anymore. All right. Let's see. What is the coolest locomotive or the most prized locomotive you own? Well, actually, the most prized locomotive I own is an O-scale loco. It was my dad's when I was a kid, and it is a GG1. It's really, do I have it here? No, it's downstairs. Sorry, I don't have it here. But yes, it's a GG1. I have 3 locos left over from my dad's layout. I have a GG1. I have what do I have? An F3A for the Denver and Rio Grande Western, and I have an SD 7 or 9 from Minneapolis and St. Louis. They're my definitely my prized locomotives and the most expensive locomotives. Yes, John did say GG1. I also have I have 3 HO scale GG1s. One of them doesn't run, but it will at some point. I don't have any N scale GG1s. My most prized HO, I guess, would be my GG1. I don't have anything real exciting in the HO locomotives. Just a wide variety of things. I have several Fairbanks Morris Trainmasters. I have an S12. I have a couple. I have some Jeeps, some STs. I think that's probably the bulk of my fleet. The only steam loco I have is a 210-4, which is just a huge thing, and it is way too long to run on any of the curves on my HO layout. So that's a shelf queen for now. So let's see, what time is it? Okay. All right, now I think I'm going to do a little bit of weathering on the parking lot here, just to put in some tire marks, if I can get the thing open. These are some weathering powders. They're I think they're Tamiya. Yep, Tamiya weathering powders. And this one's called Mud. Oh, Frank Steeler fan. Good to see you, Frank. Let's see. He owned a Broadway Limited brass hybrid Pennsylvania Railroad ST2 steam turbo. I'm sure that was a nice loco, Frank. So I'm just going to JJ, how are you, pal? Good to see you, buddy. That's the guy that was just texting me, folks. Appreciate you stopping in, pal. So now I'm just going to add in some tire marks, and I'm just going to be using the mud colored powder here. Let's see. And Jeremy McGuigan's here too. All right, Jared, good to see you, pal, bud. Appreciate you guys stopping in. All right, Lynn uses an eyeliner. That's cool, Lynn. See you, Chuck. Have a good dinner. This is just the little brush or tool or whatever it is you call it that came with the set. I hope not, Artie. It's still pretty light. Let's see here. Now I did want to add just a few oil spills, whatever, from the guys' cars and trucks, whatever, here parking on a parking lot and dripping some oil. So we're just going to put Oops, let's get this side. This is just the India ink again. I just made it a little bit thicker. Probably won't even see that because it will have at least one vehicle in there at some point. Okay, all right, then the same brush comes with the eyeliner, okay. I've never used eyeliner, so I really don't know. Okay, let's see. And I think that's probably going to do it for tonight. I'm going to let all the leaves dry so I can get some grass planted there and get my trees planted. I might be adding a little bit of static grass along this area, and probably some taller like reeds growing along the river here. Artie wants to know what color I use for my concrete. The base color is, there's Roy, Container Man. Good to see you, Roy. Hey, we're still going. You're never late, man. The concrete color is it's by Basics from Liquitech. It's the acrylics that come in this kind of container. And it's unbleached titanium. The white that they sell is titanium white, and this is unbleached titanium, so it's kind of a buff color, and so that's the base color, and then I add any grays and dirts and muds and whatever else I want to tint the concrete with, make it look a little bit dirtier. So let me put you folks back on hold for just a second while I reset up here. Okay, I'm back. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. You have a great night. I see JD is leaving or left already. Good to see you, John. Appreciate you being here. And yes, Artie, it's unbleached titanium. Like I said, it's very much a buff color. And it's, let's see. Kurt Doro, I didn't see you earlier. Appreciate you being here. You have a good night, sir. John Nuffel's leaving. He's got a storm, so good night, John. Appreciate you being here. So yeah, Artie, that's my favorite concrete color. Take care, Roy. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Concrete, of course, is different wherever you go. Depends on, white with the yellow tint. Exactly, Rusty. That's what it looks like. Very, very soft yellow, though. like I said, concrete naturally looks different no matter where you are. Depends on the color of the sand, the color of the lime or whatever they use to make it, the aggregate. And around here, excuse me, and around here, it is a very buff color, even as it ages, except it gets dirty, of course. Let's see. Competition, singing, paint, moving dirt, a well-rounded show. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. So will the bridge diorama be finished by 2025? Yeah, I hope so, Thomas. I'm thinking maybe another 5 or 6 episodes, so it could be done by the end of the year. Let's see. That would work as a good color for a turntable, Artie. All right. Thank you, Jason. Have a great night. I'm assuming, Artie, you mean the base of the turntable. Yep, different due to sand, aggregate, and cement. Exactly. I've seen it in different areas where it's very gray, but like I said, I'm used to the buff color. Now, just your timing, Roy. Although I do appreciate you being here. Oh, Daryl's leaving? No, Daryl's saying goodbye to Jason. Sorry. All right. Well, let's see what time. Wow, it's about 10 after 9. Turntable pit. That was the word I was trying to come up with. Thank you, Thomas. Never seen the one that CSX has in Cumberland, so I can't help you with that. But that's about all I had for you folks tonight. I really appreciate everybody being here. Like I said, be sure to keep an eye on the Ray and Rick race and see how that's. Oh, sorry, Roy. I thought you were leaving. No, I'm starting to wind down, but I haven't clicked the button quite yet. Let's see. James Galton is leaving. Good night, James. Appreciate you being here. So, like I said, there's a slight change in our schedule. Next week will be Heath, but the week after will be Ray on the 3rd. Tom, you made it on time for me to say good night. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate you being here. Yes, you're right, Edward. Asphalt color can vary quite a bit. Yeah, well, that's the problem with the West Coast, Roy. Their times are all screwed up out there. Just look at JD. And Roy Eltham, for that matter. Yep, the Ray, Rick, and Jason race. And don't forget Artie. Let's see if we can't get Artie up to, I think he's hunting for 200 subs. Dustin, I still appreciate you being here. It's good to see you. Let's see. Dwight Curley's roads are pink. Well, lots of my layout's still pink. It's not even dinner time yet for Lynn. Roy thinks his times are fine, and it's us that's too early. I don't know about that, Roy. Maybe we should take a vote. And Frank Steeler fan is still trying for 100. If you haven't checked out Frank's channel, go ahead over and check him out. And Lynn just hit 111. You deserve a lot more than that, Lynn. You've got some great content. Yeah, Hardy's aiming for 200, but Rick and Roy are stealing his subs. Let's see. I hope you weren't doing too much screaming, Tom. And Tim said, yep, they're black around here and then they fade to gray. Yes, and around here they fade to gray pretty quickly. Well, Thomas, I think this is a pretty West Coast friendly time. It's not even dinner time yet, and you got an entire show in. All right, folks. Like I said, don't forget Heath next week. There you go. Let's Brian. Yeah, Brian's been stuck at $6.99 for a week. If you haven't seen his channel, please go check Brian out. Brian's doing some great 3D printing of kits. He's got everything from Z to HO scale and some pretty cool stuff too. Let's see, split. Heath wants to know, Thomas, if you're streaming next. Yeah, Thomas, haven't seen a stream from you in a while. Yeah, good question, Tom. What's a good time for the West Coast? Now they're going to say something like 9 o'clock, Tom, which is midnight for us or something. Now that would be cool, Thomas. I'm sure we would all love to see that. Yep. Roy says he's already subbed and his kit builds are deluxe. Rusty's been stuck at 152 for a while. We should check out Rusty too. Get him a few more subs. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is a good time. Well, that's what time this one started, Roy. Split Rock is too shy. All right, now Derail Darrell says 4 p.m. I hope you mean 4 p.m. Eastern. Oh, there we go. There we go, Brian. Looks like Frank Steeler fan got you up to 700. Very cool. Very cool, Frank. Thank you. Let's see. And Tim from CP368 has been around 150 for months. Rusty's got a video coming out tonight. Looking forward to that, Rusty. Ethan Armitage has 11. Roy is 8 p.m. your time, so that means 11 p.m. our time. Let's see, they've already started the finals game too. It's on the West Coast. Thank you, Norman. I appreciate you being here, buddy. Adam Cruz, I didn't see you earlier. Appreciate you being here, man. Yeah, I agree, Tom. I'm not actually crawling into bed at 11, but I don't think I'm about ready to start any live streams at that time either. Well, Rusty, I know what you mean. For months now, I haven't released a video, and I've only been doing the live streams. I guess it's a good thing I'm doing the live streams, or everybody would have forgotten my name by now. All right. So, like I said, I'm gonna end this now. I've said that several times. Don't forget tomorrow night, Tom Strange and Things at 8. This week on Track Tuesday should be Wilmer, and I guess Heath is doing his Trains and Tech after Tom. There was a time, Tim, when I would have agreed with that, but I guess the years are getting caught up to me. Maybe it's just work that's doing that. Well, yeah, that's true, Tom. There's no editing. You just you just go live, and how it goes, it goes. Yes, Heath's in the same boat. We kind of all got stuck on the live streams. So yeah, most of them be in bed by 11. No, I'm not quite that old yet, Roy. Trains and Tech. There we go. This is Heath for Tuesday night at I guess 8 p.m. And he's getting his G-scale circus set. That's the one that's been traveling halfway across the country to get to Heath. Let's see. Tom, Artie won't be on. He's going up to the embassy. Good night, Adams. Good to see you. Well, yeah, that's very true, Tim. If you don't have a decent connection, then it doesn't work at all. Well, yeah, I guess it's all relative to your schedule. Like I said, there was a time when I would have happily gone on at 11 p.m., but not now. Work comes too early in the morning for that. So I'm going to head out of here, folks. I really appreciate everybody stopping in. Hope you enjoyed the progress on the diorama, and we'll be back next week or next month, and probably be planting some trees and maybe even getting the bridge or the control room in place. So let's see. Okay, Ethan is going live this Wednesday at 11 a.m. for his HO scale train layout. So that's on Ethan Armitage's channel. So everybody go ahead over and check out Ethan's layout. I'm looking forward to seeing it. All right, folks, have a great night. Thank you for being here, and I will see you around the streams.